Algebra 1, this is the first video for creating one variable equations, lesson 1.03. Julian bought some new fish for his aquarium. He has two types of fish, goldfish and guppies. Julian has 3 times as many goldfish as he has guppies. All right, so this is about goldfish and guppies. There are 2 unknowns in this real-world example, the number of goldfish and the number of guppies. The number of goldfish depends on the number of guppies because the quantity of goldfish is described as 3 times as many goldfish, as many as guppies. So in this case, we're going to use x to describe the guppies. So it's important for us to then write x equals the number of guppies. And so because I have some colored tools here, I like to do, if we look at the original equation, he has guppies. So guppies is going to be the thing that we don't know, our x. There are 2 things we don't know, but guppies will be x. And the number of goldfish depends on the number of guppies. So Julian has 3 times as many goldfish. So we can say that the number of goldfish, so 3 times x, 3 times x, because it's 3 times as many goldfish as guppies. So 3 times the number of guppies equals the number of goldfish. So there are 2 unknowns, and that often happens in these kinds of problems. Here's another one. The movie theater is full on Friday night. The number of men is 10 less than twice the number of women. So we have 2 unknowns again, the number of men and the number of women. The number of men described as 10 less than twice the number of women. So first, let's just start off by saying that x is the number of women. So x equals the number of women. And because x is the number of women, we can represent the number of men in reference to that. 10 less than, that's an important thing. And twice is an important thing. So the number of men is 10 less than. That means we're subtracting 10 from something. And what we're subtracting it from is twice the number of women. So twice means 2 times. So we have 2 times the number of women, subtract 10, is equal to the number of men. Ten less than twice the number of women is the number of men. All right, so that's just how we're going to be working with these kinds of problems here. And the next thing we need to think about is whether or not a solution is viable or non-viable. A viable solution is a possible solution to the question being answered. Possible solution to the question. And if you think about it, like if you solve a problem and you come up with, and it's about the length of something, and you come up with a negative number, that would not be viable. It would be non-viable because it's not a possible solution to the question, because we can't have a negative length. So viable solutions are possible solutions. All right. In this next part here, we're going to use this idea of selfie here. And they talk about this in the text. And it is search, express, look, find, interpret, explain. All right, so search. Lennon practices basketball in the driveway. The ball bounces away and Lennon goes to get it. Before stopping, the ball rolls 4 yards more than twice the length of Lennon's driveway. If the ball is 56 yards away, how long is Lennon's driveway? All right, so I'm going to do some highlighting here. So 4 yards, that's an important thing. 56 yards, that's an important thing. More than, and also twice. And Lennon's driveway is going to be the last thing here that I'm going to highlight. The length of, whoops, I already got orange there, don't I? Let's use purple. The length of Lennon's driveway. All right, so those are the things that we're looking for. So we're going to start out with, before stopping, the ball rolls 4 yards more than twice the length of Lennon's driveway. We're looking for the length of Lennon's driveway, so we can make the length of Lennon's driveway our x. X equals the length of Lennon's driveway. Oh, and this is express. So we're expressing the unknown values here. Lennon's driveway. And the other thing that we can express is the length that the ball rolled. And so it's 4 yards more than twice the length of Lennon's driveway. So 4 yards more means we're going to add 4 to something. And what we're adding it to is twice the length of Lennon's driveway. Twice the length of Lennon's driveway plus 4 is going to be how we can represent the 56 yards, because we know that's the distance that the ball rolled. So that's what we know. It rolled 4 more than twice the length of Lennon's driveway. Right. The next thing we're going to do is look. And we're going to look at the information given and the expressions and see what's equal. Well, we know that the 56 yards is the distance the ball rolled. It says the ball is 56 yards away. So we can then replace the distance the ball rolled with the 56. So we have 2 times x plus 4 equals 56. So that's how we're going to set up an equation. Now we're going to solve for x. That's the find. So here I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides so that we can get that 2x term by itself. We'll have 2x is equal to 52. Now we divide by 2. Sorry, that's getting a little sloppy. X equals 26. So that is our solution. We found it. Now we need to interpret it. So that's the I of selfie. So what does that mean? It means, remember, x is the length of Lennon's driveway. X is equal to 26 yards. 26 yards. So that's the units of Lennon's driveway. And the last thing we do is we want to explain. So we say the length of Lennon's driveway is 26 yards. And it might be a good idea to check this as well, so we plug it back into the original equation and show that it's true. So that is how we're going to use Selfie to solve some, create one variable equations and solve them.